What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over YINLIN. What I'm going to tell you guys about today is the Echo build. You guys can go for her certain weapons that you guys can use. And I know some people wanted to see the Kalshara rotation, so I'll be showing you guys that. And just give my overall opinion on her in general. So if you guys are new to the channel, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys haven't yet, join Discord, link in the description down below. Now YINLIN, there's a discourse on her whether she's considered a quote-unquote main DPS or quote-unquote sub DPS. Who really cares? She just does damage anyways. So basically I have her level 60 at 70. The double XP event is up right now. I have no shell credits. If you guys are doing the double XP event, not double XP, the 2 times event, please make sure you guys do shell credits because you guys will be running out. So stat lining, we're at 1300, 140 energy regen, 68 crit rate, crit damage 196. So I do run her with String Master. I do feel like String Master is the best weapon for her, hands down, no matter what. The only other weapon I would ever consider is Cosmic Ripples, which is basically the standard 5-star weapon, which is actually what I'm going to get today. So that's really cool. I'll be using level 45. Cosmic Ripples is the only other weapon I would consider for her. If you are obviously, free to play, the other option would be Jinzo Keeper. That'd honestly be like the other really main option for you guys to end up using. I'm just being honest. Regarding echoes, so there's a lot of discourse around the echoes, what echoes you run on her. So if you guys are trying to run her as a main DPS where you want all the damage output done by her, okay, you guys run the Electro set instead. But if you guys are playing how she is meant to be played, and what I mean by quote unquote meant to be played, her job is to buff a main DPS with her outro skill, or this one, her outro skill strategist. So incoming character or a character nearby on the team that activates an outro skill, as their electro damage amplified by 20% and resonance liberation damage amplified by 25% for 14 seconds or until they are switched off the field. So she will give Kalshara 20% electro damage increase and 25% resonance liberation damage increase on top of Moonlit set that will give Kalshara a additional 22.5% attack. So really her main purpose is to buff the main DPS. But obviously if you want to play her obviously the way you want to play her, you can run her as a main DPS, and then you would end up running the Void Thunder set on her instead. Now with that out the way, I don't have any dupes on her. If you guys want to end up duping her, I believe the best dupes is S2 and the next best dupe is S5. And S6 is obviously just a given, but S2 and S5 are the main ones, just from what I've heard from China side. So with that being said, let's just go over how she actually works. So luckily we have a tutorial section, so it's a lot more easier to showcase it. So YINLIN, she actually feels very good. Me personally, I don't like range characters. I don't like mages at all. I'm really like a melee based player, but Kuro did so well in the game design that she feels like a melee, but she's ranged. So her basic attack is 4 hits ending with the puppet doing a double slash. She has obviously a charge attack, but she also has a mid-air charge, not charge attack, but just a mid-air attack as well that you can spam. And then she has her E skill. Now you guys can see there is a string indicator like a puppet. Like a puppet's literally attaching to the enemy. When you guys use your E, it's basically going to make this red mark. Now, when you guys have the red mark on the enemy, it will do basically electro damage, but it also gives you a lot of stacks for outro and judgment points, which is basically the bar at the bottom. So if we use the well, we have to wait for the judgment mark, so let's do this again. So we get E, get the red mark, and then it's basically use the next E to detonate the mark, so now he no longer has the mark. So now you press E, then the basic attack, and then after the slash you do the E again. So now when you have all your forte bar filled up, that's when you'll press hold, like you'll do your heavy attack, and then basically you'll have this really cool mark on the enemy. And then every time you attack, there will be additional attacks to it. And then if you use the ult, by the way, I swear that they update the visuals on ult. If not, it's because I have 0 brightness on and the game just looks better. But look at this. Oh my god, bro. Bro, her eyes look so blue and it reminds me of her closed beta test 1 design. But yeah, that's pretty much like YINLIN. Like, so you go in, you do 1, 2, and then off the last hit is the slash, so then you just go back in. As you can see, the bar fills up really nice. It doesn't take as long as like you might think. And you really want to take advantage of the E. So what I like to do is usually I will put the E on. So I'll put the E on like this. Oh, it doesn't even show the visual anymore. Okay, let me go outside. So what I usually do is that I put the E on first, and then I just keep attacking while it's red. And then what's going to happen is that the red indicator is going to turn purple. And that's when I use my second E. So the E is obviously a 2 cast. So I will also show you why you cannot quick swap during the outro skill, because how they changed it for Wuthering Waves, if you end up quick swapping, you end up losing the effect. So let's just show a rotation real quick. So you can quick swap during building energy, right? Oh, sorry. So when I use the E, right, as you guys can see, the red mark is indicated, right? Now it's off, so I started doing it. But basically, you're just literally going to outro with Calcharo, right? Do great amount of damage, right? So I will show you right now what happens if you end up switching out. So let's say, let's just build up right here for the outro. So I see I still always attack, and right before her E ends up going back on cooldown, then I do the second E. So when you outro to Calcharo or anyone, right, they'll have this indicator. That's how you can tell you have the buff. So it's this triangle here. But if you switch back in and then switch back, you'll lose out on the buff. Now I know you can probably be like, oh, well, it's because you took so long. Okay, well, I'll switch back and then switch back in so I can show you guys. And as you can see, she builds up her outro really fast. So switch in, right? Switch back. See, no longer has the buff. So the rotation is now that it's basically a Gion rotation, which will obviously help a lot of players that, you know, were looking at the Chinese tech and they were like, oh, well, you know, that's kind of sweaty. I don't know if I can do that. Another thing with the quick swapping can be good when you're trying to build up your ultimate, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, you will not be quid swapping when all the buffs are on the Calcharo. So here's a Varina rotation. So obviously, you'll go in with Varina, start building up your outro skill. Right, so do your charge attack. Usually, most of Varina's outro comes from the midair. So here we go, switch in. Okay. Can't dodge anything because I'm better at the game. Then we do the heavy attack, and then you can also do the ult here. And then you switch in a Calcharo, do the ult. Oh, I forgot the bike even does that. That's pretty much it. So you just switch in Calcharo, and then you just do your combo, and you just stay in all animation the entire time. That's pretty much all you have to do. And that's the entire rotation right there. So YINLIN, also when you are building up her outro, the fastest way I've seen to build up the outro is basically when you are proccing E or after they have the judgment mark on. So anytime they have the mark on them is the most time you can build outro or just the judgment bar in general. So you guys can just look at the outro skill here. So we just use E, and all of these additional hits make it go up really fast. Even the dodge mechanic, and I E again. And as you guys can see, it doesn't take that long to build it up at all. And even with Moonlit set, you guys can see I'm doing, decent damage. The Moonlit set is even upgraded. It's like plus 15 everything. So yeah, that's pretty much YINLIN in a nutshell. I don't really know what to go over with her. It's not as difficult as you might think. So now you might be thinking, okay, well, YINLIN, she's not supposed to be used on an Electro team, but can I use her on any other team? You can use her on other teams. Basically, most of her value will come from the mark system due to her being off field. She's someone. Okay, so if you guys ever played Genshin, obviously, she sort of reminds me of Fischl with the Oz system. How Fischl doesn't have to be on field, but Oz can always do hits. Except for this is a little bit different. Just think of Oz, but like with a Gigamark. And then every time you attack, then you end up getting electro damage off. It's kind of like that. Or like just how you would play Mort, to be honest. So that's why she's flexible to play in different teams. So let's say, even though it's not the best, right? But let's say you don't have Mortifi, but you have YINLIN and Gian and Varina. Well, Gian can still proc the mark from YINLIN, and it will still do extra damage, and that's still kind of better than anything else you could really use just because of the damage YINLIN can provide. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. I don't think I need to make any other videos on YINLIN unless you guys want me to. I will be doing Tower of Adversity. I'm going to be doing the level 100 clear for that because I think I should be able to do it actually. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys haven't yet, join Discord. Link in the description down below. I do stream a game every single day, so you guys can always stop by. Always ask questions, things like that. I am the highest on American server, and I will be 45 today. So I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.